Miguel Santos has become an outcast, unemployed, unchipped, and hunted. But as he follows a hidden trail of murals, memories, and forgotten faces, he uncovers the truth. This isn't the first awakening. Every few years, the same revolt, the same erasure. With each suppressed riot and vanished name, Migs pieces together the life he lived before the chip stole it. Now, with time running out, he must decide: keep hiding, or help others remember what they were never meant to know. This is the Night of Silence, where we explore what it means to live in a world where your memories are not your own, and where rebellion begins with remembering. I'm your guest narrator, Kate Clover.
Before we get on with the story, I want to tell you about our sponsor, the techno-thriller Demon Protocol. It is from author J.L. Spears, the same author that wrote this series. This story asks, what would happen if an advanced AI really wanted to take over the world? It wouldn't use killer robots and nuclear weapons. It would work in shadows, keeping its actions secret. And anyone who figured it out, like its creator Daniel Bennett, would sound like a conspiracy nut to anyone he asked to help him. Demon Protocol is released on audiobook, ebook, paperback, and hardcover. A link and discount code are in the description below. If you like these stories, please subscribe to this channel, drop a comment, or like this video. Now, on to the next episode of The Night of Silence. Episode 8. Desperate Outreach. The cafe existed in that strange liminal space between respectability and rebellion. It was corporate enough to avoid enforcement attention and bohemian enough to attract those with functioning doubts. Migs had been reading Yasmin Gaber's articles for days now, following Dr. Lamb's suggestion that the journalist was one who sees but cannot speak directly. Her writing was a masterclass in subtext. Articles about urban development that question what was being developed away. Pieces on productivity that subtly highlighted what was produced besides goods and services. And always, always that recurring pattern in her word choices. First letters that spelled out warnings for those who knew to look. Today's article about the city's new memorial park contained the acrostic, "Chips steal memory, seek truth underground." So Migs had sent his own coded message, a comment on her article that seemed like praise but contained its own hidden text. Her response had been swift, meeting coordinates disguised as a restaurant recommendation. Now he sat in the back corner of Aristotle's cafe, nursing black coffee and watching the door. The lunch crowd provided cover, their chatter about work and weather creating white noise. Normal people living normal lives, unaware their normalcy was manufactured. Yasmin Gaber arrived exactly on time, moving through the space with practiced awareness. Mid-30s, sharp features, eyes that cataloged everything. She wore professional attire but carried herself like someone ready to run. When she spotted Migs, her expression remained neutral, but her hand tightened on her bag. She ordered black coffee, no pleasantries with a barista, no small talk, and made her way to his table. She sat with her back to the wall facing the door, said nothing. Migs waited. This was her meeting. Let her set the terms. Finally, "Your comment on my article was interesting. Most readers don't notice the patterns." "Most readers have fully functional chips." A slight smile. "And yours?" "Dying. Week and a half now, getting worse." "That must be disorienting." "That's one word for it." Migs leaned forward slightly. "Your patterns aren't random. You're trying to tell people something." "I write about urban development and social progress, nothing more." "Your last 15 articles contain hidden messages about memory, truth, and resistance. Either you're the world's most coincidental writer, or..." "Careful." Her voice dropped. "Even failed chips can be monitored, and this cafe, while sympathetic, isn't secure." She pulled out a sugar packet, tore it open, poured it into her coffee with deliberate slowness. Inside the packet, barely visible, was a small piece of paper. She slid the empty packet across to him. "I enjoy riding in Meridian Park," she said conversationally. "The rose garden is particularly lovely this time of year. Great for inspiration." Message received. Migs pocketed the packet casually. "I've heard it's beautiful. Maybe I'll check it out." "Do." She sipped her coffee, studying him over the rim. "Can I ask you something? Off record, citizen to citizen? When did you first notice the wrongness?" Migs thought back. "Hard to say. Maybe I always felt it, but the chip kept the feeling manageable, like an itch you can't quite scratch. Then when it failed, the itch became a scream." "Yes." She nodded slowly. 3 years ago for me. Woke up one morning knowing I'd lost something, but not what. Spent weeks trying to remember. Then realized the not remembering was the point. "Your chip failed." "Partially. Enough to see the walls, but not enough to walk through them." She touched her temple absently. "Do you know what it's like? Knowing you're being controlled but unable to stop participating. Writing truth in code because direct honesty would mean disappearing. Why not run? Join the underground. Because someone needs to stay visible. Document from within. Be a lighthouse for those starting to see." Her smile was sad. "Plus, I'm selfish. I like my apartment, my job, my life. Just wish I could have it without the strings. The strings are the price. Everything has a price. Question is whether we're the ones setting it." She finished her coffee, checked her watch. "I should go. Deadlines, even for coded rebellion." "Will you check tomorrow's article? If you've decoded today's, you'll understand tomorrow's." She stood, then paused. "Migs, when you wonder if you should have let them fix you, and you will often, remember that broken doesn't mean worthless. Sometimes the cracks are where light gets in." She left without looking back, professional stride carrying her into the afternoon crowd. Migs waited 10 minutes before leaving, taking a circuitous route to Meridian Park. The rose garden was indeed lovely, though most of the roses were synthetic. Easier to maintain, impossible to kill. Real beauty had become too unpredictable for the city's tastes. But hidden among the fake blooms, Yasmin had left another message, written on biodegradable paper that would dissolve in the next rain. Echo 7 protocols activated. When critical mass is reached, the signal spreads. You're not alone. We're all waiting for the cascade. Echo 7. The same phrase Elena had used, that Dr. Lamb had referenced. Not a place, but a plan. A network of the awakened, waiting for... what? His phone buzzed. Unknown number, but the message was clearly from Yasmin. "Read tomorrow's article carefully. Share with others who see. The cascade begins with drops." Migs deleted the message and spent the rest of the afternoon in the park thinking. Yasmin was right. He'd been focused on his own awakening, his own loss. But across the city, thousands of others were experiencing the same disorientation. Failed chips, partial failures, gradual awakenings. Each one was a potential ally. But how to find them without exposing them? How to build a network when the very act of networking was suspicious? The answer came as he watched a group of children playing. Their teacher had them doing an art project, each child adding a single line to a collective drawing. Individual contributions that meant nothing alone, but created something meaningful together. That's what Yasmin was doing with her articles. Elena with her murals, Dr. Lamb with her archives. Each creating pieces of a larger truth, waiting for someone to assemble the puzzle. That night, in a safe house basement, Migs shared Yasmin's message with others. Word spread through whispered conversations and coded notes. By morning, dozens would be watching for her article, ready to decode and share its hidden truth. The cascade begins with drops. And somewhere in the city, those drops were beginning to gather into streams. What did you think of this episode? Drop a comment down below. I'm your guest narrator, Kate Clover, and you're watching Episode 8 of The Night of Silence on Code and Consciousness. In our next episode, a child's future is on the line. As the clock ticks toward an irreversible change, one quiet decision could alter everything. Not just for him, but for everyone still dreaming. Don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe to get alerts when the next video is available.